Law student 20 pours water mixed with bleach onto men's groins on the Russian metro to stop them from man-spreading. Anna Dovgalyuk, I think it's pronounced, from Russia, accuses men on the metro of gender aggression. The student said the mixture she poured on men's groins leaves permanent stains. Well, we're talking here about bleach, then the major ingredient in bleach is sodium hypochlorite, which is very, very corrosive. It can blind you. It can. I used to work with this stuff, strangely enough, and in a chemical factory donkeys years ago, and one of us dropped a spanner in the warehouse into a huge vat of sodium hypochlorite, and it wasn't long before all that was left of the spanner was a stain on the bottom of the tag. It had been eaten away completely. So a very dangerous, stupid thing to do. Anyway, the 20-year-old recently flashed her underwear on the metro to stop upskirting. So she sounds like a real little attention seeker. And this is by Sophie Law for the Mail Online. So let's have a look at this. And I'll leave a link to the article in the comments section, which I'll pin to the top. And there's a video of her throwing this stuff all over these guys. I'm amazed she didn't get a smackdown, but anyway. A female law student has been... Well, the reason she didn't get a punch on the mouth or a slap is because she's female. So she's hiding behind her genitals the way that so many women do. A female law student has been splashing water mixed with bleach onto men's groins on underground trains in order to tackle man spreading. What bullshit. So, this woman from Russia accuses men of gender aggression. How is sitting with your legs open gender aggression? And that her country is slow to counter the problem. Oh, it's a problem. The social activist has been targeting males sitting with their legs spread wide on public transport in St. Petersburg, Russia. Question is, why hasn't this bitch been arrested? And there's dropping down a little bit, there's a photo there saying the social activist tackles manspreading on the metro in St. Petersburg by splashing a mix of 30 litres of water and 6 litres of bleach. Well, at least she has common sense to water it down. But social activist, how about just violent, crazy, attention-seeking feminist? The feminist tackled the disgusting act by splashing... So you spread your legs, guys, and that's a disgusting act. By splashing a mixture of water, we've done that already, into the groin areas of men she deemed to be sitting in an offensive manner. So this is a feminist, and they do this all the time, taking the law into their own hands, and she's now being physically violent towards the opposite sex, who she quite clearly has a deep-rooted hatred of, I would imagine. I mean, how else could you possibly stoop to such a level? But it just makes me wonder, as usual. I mean, obviously I'm speaking to the converted, but what does it take for men to wake up to the fact that feminists are never going to stop and that they are violent by nature? Because this woman epitomizes them. Miss Dovgalyuk said this solution is 30 times more concentrated than the mixture used by housewives when doing the laundry. Well, that would make it dangerous. That doesn't sound correct to me. If she's watered it down, she possibly doesn't know what she's talking about. It eats colours in the fabric in a matter of minutes, leaving indelible stains. The activist complains that manspreading is being fought around the world, but hushed up here in Russia. But she was silent about the alleged manspreading prowess of a notable former graduate of her own law faculty, Vladimir Putin, the Russian president. Oh, this is one person I'd love Putin to have just put her behind bars, for Christ's sakes, Vladimir. And there's a photo of her there looking incredibly smug and full of herself. Followed by another one showing her throwing bleach onto the groin of a man. Ex-US presidential candidate Hillary Clinton last year upbraided the Kremlin leader, explaining, "There's an expression, we certainly know it in New York, called manspreading. Every time I met with him, it would be," she gestured to show her legs apart, "the whole deal." She claimed her video was dedicated to all men for whom manspreading is the norm. Well, Hillary Clinton may not spread her legs that much, particularly not with Bill, who seems to be more interested in spreading the legs of unwilling women in the past, if the accusations are anything to go by, and we don't know that they're true. But Hillary, of course, is well known for spread-eagling herself just flat on her fucking face on the pavement when she's possibly had a few or having one of her fits. So I wouldn't pay much attention to her. Showing some of her hits on metro trains, she said, "We not only cooled the manspreading down, but also marked them with identification spots. The student claimed to be acting on behalf of everyone who has to endure the manifestations of you declaring your macho qualities on public transportation." Okay, so she hates men. And there's another photo of her there looking incredibly smug and full of herself, and she's clearly a self-publicist. And she also claims that men who manspread, it's their groin that controls their behaviour. So she's really full of shit. And she calls herself a social activist. Okay. She's previously achieved worldwide attention. Yeah, she is a complete attention seeker, by flashing her underwear to commuters to raise awareness for upskirting laws in Russia. Okay, if she was a man, she'd be arrested for public indecency or flashing, and personally I'd love to see her arrested and jailed for a long time. She's clearly a very violent creature. Critics asked how she was helping counter the menace of upskirting by flashing her undies. She said, "I am a social activist who advocates for women's rights and against discrimination in any form." You are discriminatory, you idiot. A Russian news outlet claimed that her video was a sham and that she had used actors. Well, having looked at it, it does look a little bit staged. But the campaigning student flatly denied this. She said, "My action is absolutely real," denying it was linked to an organisation specialising in online stunts. She admitted that no commuters had sued her so far. She said, "I don't think people are going to go to the police to file a report about jeans." I'd go to the police. I'd go to the police. Seems to me that she's little more than a vanity-stricken, attention-seeking poser trying to promote herself. Anyway, I'll just leave you with a few comments from the comment section in the Mail Online. From the top comments. "This would be assault in the US. 5,554 arrows up, 60 down. Sounds like assault. Certainly would be if a man did it to women. Quite correct. 4,801 arrows up, 46 down." Well, those are a couple of the top comments. I'll just give you one of the bad comments, the lowest rated comments. And this is by a guy apparently called Peter from London. And he says, totally agree with her objection to this inappropriate and selfish way of occupying a seating area. Although her action is a little bit extreme, very funny though. What a twat. What a soy boy twat. Anyway, take a look at the thing if you like. Look at the video. I do think it looks very staged indeed, but nevertheless, it's this kind of behaviour can encourage others to commit similar acts and become even more extreme. It's to me, it's encouraging violence. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Thank you.